What's up, people? Welcome to this week's episode of the Indy and Doctor podcast. This is going to be the last time you'll see Indy and Doctor together for a while because it's taken so flipping long to do. You don't have to do this in person now. It's not split screen. You don't have to do the hand motions. You can do it to me. Instead of doing it on camera, right?
It's really odd.
Oh man, this is making me so warm and happy inside. It's taken us about an hour and a half to set up, but it's all been completely worth it. This shirt is definitely worth it as well. I dressed up. Karan didn't, because he's like, I want to be my truest, authentic self.
I am comfortable. We're in my house, we're in my bedroom. This is the most intimate place there is in the house, and you are here sharing it with me.
I don't think his wife's too happy about that, to be honest.
About which part?
About you being dressed like a tramp.
With a man.
Dressed like a tramp?
I think she's fine with being intimate with a man.
That's weird. This is very weird. I'm going to adjust my position. How I say it, yeah. All right, okay. So, Karan, long time? Nah, it's not. I saw you last week. So I saw you last week and we went to go see Russell Peters, isn't it, in Manchester.
Russell Peters!
Mate, how nice is Manchester as a city, just as a place to go?
Yes. I think we had this notion, didn't we, that Birmingham is second city, right? But
everyone thinks that, yeah.
No, it is a thing, isn't it? But you go to Manchester and you're like, surely this is close to London.
Yeah.
You know, the vibe is cool, it's really quirky. People are quirky. People are interesting. What do? We did a walking tour type thing.
It was like a walking tour treasure hunt with no treasure at the end. That's the best way of describing it. There was absolutely no reward at the end. It was just the mazza of finishing it, I guess.
I had this geography teacher in school and he used to say, I used to ask him, so, you know, if you get this or this or this, like, what do you get?
What do you mean?
Like, if you do really well on the test, you get a star or whatever.
Check this guy, man. Performance-related goals from earlier.
And he goes, you know, Jazz, you just get that warm glow of gratification inside. And when you're young, you're not really sure what that means. And as I got older, I thought about it. I was like, yeah, that's... Sometimes you don't get anything. It's just personal win, isn't it? And that's what that was. But we got to see...
But when you say the words treasure hunt, you think, absolutely, I'm going to get some sort of treasure at the end, or like
drink,
or discounted drink or something, like 10% off, anything
somewhere, and it's like, oh, you've won the...
Yeah, you finish here, well done, go to the pub nearby, we got like a little hookup, say the code word pirate or something, right? You'll get something, even some chocolate coins, something. Yeah,
chocolate gold coins would have been good.
That'd have been great, but nope, nothing. We did the tour and we got nothing out of it.
Saw a protest.
We did, mate. That protest was wild.
There was a Ukraine protest.
Was there a Ukraine protest?
That was the other one that we saw, yeah. Because we saw them with the flag. But the first one that you're talking about is the anti-vaxxers.
Yeah, that was wild. I saw it and I was thinking, this is when Doctor gets triggered. And in all fairness, you just turned the blind eye and walked away.
That's my day off, man. I was like, they're not in hospital. They want to say what they want to say. It's like, okay, you do what you want to do. Man.
I'm surprised the anti-vax stuff is done. The vaccines, it's not medically pushed at the moment, is it? Not medically pushed. It's not compulsory anymore.
It's not
to travel or anything like that.
I went to play badminton on the weekend and in a sports centre, and they were having a drop-in vaccination. But yeah, it's not compulsory. Obviously, everyone's talking about monkeypox now. This is the new.
Yeah, I've seen this thing. I don't know if it's a thing or not, because I remember when the new strain of COVID came out after Omicron, and everyone started freaking out. And then it went to top performing article for like a week, and then it petered out. And I think people are thinking the same thing about this monkeypox here.
Oh, I see. I mean, you're asking, is it going to be as big of a problem as COVID at peak? Yeah, hard to say. I had a briefing about this on, when's the last time I went to work?
From your best mate, Sajid Javid, yeah?
He's like, just smile. Thank you for your... I had a briefing on Friday before work. And there were 85 cases confirmed in the UK. I think it was 20 the week before. Most people are those who are coming from certain areas of Africa. There's 2 pockets where it's quite high anyway. And we were just going through, okay, if a person comes, what do we do? The kind of the approach.
Yeah.
PPE wise, exactly the same as COVID, but it's just the testing which is slightly different.
Yeah.
But to be honest, so there's going to be national kind of incident centres, 3 in the country. We would not be required really to treat acutely unwell people with monkeypox, like the complications of it.
Yeah.
Should somebody have it though, and is that they'd be sent there. Otherwise, it's just learning. They're going to be designated centres locally to screen people for it and test. That was it.
That's fair.
Yeah. So again, it's a virus that we know a lot about in the UK. So even the guys who are presenting, they're 2 very senior infectious disease consultants.
Yeah.
Who I respect. and they were just saying, yeah, we're just going to have to see how this evolves. So yeah, that's monkeypox, and we'll see what protest comes out about that.
Yeah, I can't wait for that, mate. If we get a vaccine for it, I don't know the full ins and outs of how it'll work. Is it just natural immunity you build up towards it?
So there's a lot of crossover with chickenpox. So if you have the chickenpox vaccination, I think it's 85% coverage. So they are offering it now.
Oh, so if you've got the chickenpox vaccine now, you're okay.
You should be 85% coverage. Plus, the majority of people contracting the virus are the MSM population. MSM being males of sex with males. Not that it's not a sexually transmitted disease. This is where people get confused.
Right.
It's not an STD, but the overwhelming population are in that population.
Why is that then?
Not sure.
Seriously? There's no conclusive evidence to support any reason.
No, the way it's transmitted is mainly very similar again to COVID. So droplets, respiratory, airborne, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's not an STD.
Oh man, I should really pay attention to this. I should really pay attention to this then.
Why?
Because I just haven't paid attention to it at all. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
No, not because
I think I'm kind of a bit fatigued from all the COVID stuff, but
yeah.
I guess this may kind of get important.
It may do. I mean, again, when COVID started, we didn't really take any notice of it. I remember December 2019, January, kind of mentioned on the news. Didn't really think much of it.
Yeah.
Until everybody started talking about it in hospitals. In hospitals, when you see senior people you don't normally see walking around, like on the day of Sajid Javid's visit, we saw chief exec walking around. You're like, oh, some shit is going down, man.
Of course.
You got to remember, I've been in hospital for a week in this new hospital, having not been a doctor for 9 months.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit, what is going on, man? Like, people are asking me, can you do this? Are you ready to step up? Are you going to be part of the orange team? We had teams forming. Oh my god, Khalsa team. Oh, yes.
Oh, Khalsa.
Oh, orange team. Yeah. Future's orange. I was like, I'm already orange, man. Don't worry. Yeah, so that's monkeypox. But coming back to Manchester.
Yeah.
Manchester was.
Yeah, all that anti-vax stuff was weird. I just feel like people wanted something to be angry about and have a protest about it, and that was fine. Whatever makes them happy.
No, absolutely. And like you said,
they would be marshalled as well by the police.
Yeah, which is pretty standard. Pretty standard. For
yeah,
protest.
I guess so.
Based on risk assessments, it's the same when you have, in Sikkim when we have Nagar Kirtans.
Yeah.
We have our,
we do, don't we? Yeah, I forgot about that.
What's the English for Nagar Kirtans? So like a procession. We have a procession for Vaisakhi, which is in April every year. There'll be a certain number of police. So that's fine. It didn't look like one of those where it's going to kick off unless you had another rally that was going to kick off with them. But we were in our own space, man. Like, we were just having a good day. The weather held up. Yeah. It didn't rain.
It's true. Everyone says it rains in Manchester. They were nearly right. It was spitting a little bit.
Yeah. Spotting when we talked about this.
No, it's spitting.
Yeah.
It's spotting, man.
Spotting.
Relax yourself.
We went to the arcade. How good was the arcade?
All right, this arcade, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Garan got so upset at how I beat him twice at Pop and Shop.
I don't mind losing. The thing isn't about losing. It's about you proclaim to be this basketball dude.
I am.
And then you use the weirdest technique. So guys, let me just say, so the hoop is there, it's the moving hoop, right? The machine, you've all done it, right? And what you want is the two-hand and the swish, right? And this guy, like he's throwing water on a fire.
No. He's exaggerating. I've got videos of this, and if you want us to drop the video on Instagram, I'll put it on Instagram, and you can see he's exaggerating. Basically, I don't shoot from a high arc in it because there's no point. Because if you're in a pop and shot,
do it, man.
No. If you're in a pop and shot thing, you want to shoot not from your normal angle. You want to shoot from low because you haven't got much of an arc to go. The hoop's right there. So what you got to do is, I was doing little wrist flicks here. Guys, like, you're doing this. I'm like, I'm not doing this. I'm doing little wrist flicks here. And in the video, I watched back the video, and Shindy at one point, when I got like 5 in a row, she went, "Wow, Indy." And I was like, "Yeah, your husband's getting beat. Sorry." And then he made me shoot it the way he wanted me to the second time, and I still beat him.
You still didn't do it?
No, I did. I did it at the beginning, and then I was like, sack this. It's not working. Pop and shot is about how many shots can you get in 60 seconds. It's not about like shooting the right way. It's about 60 seconds, as many attempts as you can get to get the high score or to get the score.
You should honor the proper technique. Okay, it's all about technique.
The pop technique.
The guy who, this is coming from the guy he was in the gym. It's like, you got to have proper technique, man. You got to have proper technique.
Technically, the gym is different.
Well, no. How you do anything is how you do everything.
Oh, wow.
Next time we play, I want some proper technique.
Next time we play what? Pop and shut? The same thing's going to happen. The same thing's going to happen. Alright, so I had my victory and I was like, I'm happy now, yeah? Then we went into Garen's territory. Garen's territory is like another level. This guy takes it too far.
Ball throwing.
Huh?
The ball throwing one.
The ball throwing one? Oh, the ball throwing one. Flipping out, man. This guy's cricket technique with the ball throwing one. So the ball throwing one is like 3 rows. You've got these little dolls. You have to aim and hit each one, knock them over again and again and again.
It's good, man. I got a lot of frustration on that one.
That was super impressive because I was struggling. I have no aim for when I throw, but you were throwing it with like bam, 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 getting them clean. And I was like, wow, he really did play cricket. He wasn't lying.
Yeah.
That was my conclusion. Then we moved on to
table tennis. No,
air hockey. Air hockey. All right, so air hockey. This is where it gets a bit spicy. So Sanj and Shindy were playing air hockey. They were having a good time. Me and Garan were like, let's play. Garan has just got venom in his shots. Like, bam, clean in. Bam, clean in. And I was like, okay, this is a bit much. So I thought,
anything is how you do everything.
I need to hit with the same power. Yeah. So I've got it landing on the surface.
No, what did you do?
And I clarted it.
No. But why? Yours went airborne. Why?
Because it was on the table and I hit it hard.
Oh, no. This is what happened. Remember, the puck had dropped and it was doing this.
Oh, did it? Oh,
when
yeah.
It's flat, it's... Okay, you can still get it airborne, but it's a lot harder. But you hit it when it was like this.
Yeah, because I was trying to catch you off guard. So anyway, I didn't catch him off guard. I caught the bystanders off guard. So the puck hit. I hit the puck. It bounced off the table, flew up into the air, hit a guy on the head on his table as he was standing. They were playing darts. Hit the guy on the head, hit the champagne glass, shattered the champagne glass all over the woman whose birthday it was, and it landed on the floor. And I was doing this.
Oh my God.
And I was like, this is so bad. Genuine social suicide was being committed, man. So I had to walk up, tail between my legs, and apologize to all of them. And in all fairness to them, they were super friendly and nice about it. They were like, don't worry about it, it's fine. Even the woman whose champagne glass had broken, I was really sorry. Sandra Shindy were like, go and buy her a drink. And I was like, okay. So I went over there and I offered to buy her a drink, and she said, seriously, don't worry about it, it's cool. I said, are you sure? She said, yeah, it happens. They were really fine about it. And I was like, wow, if that was in London, there'd be a full-fledged fight, honestly. Because I feel like people down there are more unforgiving compared to the guys in Manchester or up north. They're just much more friendly and relaxed. Those guys were just chilled all day. People were just doing their own thing. Getting drunk at what, 3 o'clock on a Saturday?
They were very happy.
No, 2 o'clock on a Saturday.
2 o'clock on a Saturday. This is kind of mid-treasure hunt, guys, by the way. We just found this place and we're like, okay, we have to check it out.
Yeah.
We didn't play pool, and we didn't do bowling.
We did want to do pool, but there wasn't enough time.
We would definitely do it. And then we played some table tennis.
Played table tennis in this weird room, and the weird room was in...
Oh, the light.
The light in that room really threw me off.
I like the light.
So basically, it was this illuminating red light in the room as if we were in the red light district, right? That's what it looked like. And the table tennis table was made out of just straight plastic. Even the wiring in the middle was made out... The net was made out of plastic, so your shots had to be on point. So, yes, Sanjay Shindy hadn't played table tennis before, so... Garan was trying to teach him a few tips and techniques, which obviously went down well. I'm joking, it didn't. So that happened. Then I said, all right, Garan, I'll play you. And I'm an aggressive player, so I just go for the jugular each time. He plays defensive. He's like, I'm going to wait for you to make a mistake. That's how he plays, very accurate. But I want to play in a normal room where the lighting isn't messed up, because that really threw me.
No, absolutely.
But I want to play that properly.
Anytime, any day, you're going down.
Anytime, any day, 100%.
There's very few things.
I got my ass kicked, man. 21-11. Yeah, I was bad. At one point, it was like 18-3, and I managed to get some dignity points back in at the end. I don't know if you were going easy, but I got some dignity. Got some dignity under my belt.
You were more aggressive than I thought. I didn't have you down as an aggressive player.
Why?
Huh?
Why? I need you to be kind. Why don't you have me as an aggressive player?
You're just not very aggressive.
No, when it comes to table tennis, I am. I'm very impatient.
Right.
Very impatient.
Okay.
I just want that banging
many
way.
of the sports. Would you be down to play badminton?
I've played you at badminton before.
We did once, didn't we?
We did once, yeah, and it was 4 of us. I can't remember who the 4th person was.
It was Manny and Qatar.
Was it? There you go. So we played with them. That was cool. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. Would you play that again?
I'll go again, but I wouldn't do singles. I do doubles.
We do doubles. Take the girls.
Because singles is like, this is exhausting.
I played on the weekend with Jamie.
Absolute exhaustion, man.
Yeah, I mean, we booked the court for 2 hours. After an hour, we said, "Yeah, can we refund the second hour?" We're just so
Yeah, because you're tired, man.
yeah.
Jumping around, bouncing around.
Hour and a half we used to be able to do, but now 2 hours, just there's no way.
Yeah.
Okay, so badminton, play tennis?
No, I've never played tennis properly ever. Yeah.
What else?
I imagine that tennis is more finesse because there's a wider circumference.
Oh, we played that day, same day we played.
Which day?
That day.
Did we play tennis?
Indoor tennis, yeah.
I don't remember playing that.
I don't know if you played or when you came
I didn't play.
later.
I think I came late. I didn't do that.
You came later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember playing tennis there. That was you guys. I've never played tennis before. That seems super. Bruv, you have a table tennis in your back garden. Okay. Table tennis? You have a table tennis table and you have a tennis court in your back garden. I expect you to be very good at it. Okay.
I can hit a ball.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Key is like in table tennis, just flat, over the net. Flat shots.
Yeah, but also, when you start playing table tennis, your backhand's naturally better than your forehand.
Absolutely.
So I'm thinking the same thing is going to apply in tennis.
Complete reverse. So
really?
Yeah. So you're absolutely right. You have much more control in table tennis with your backhand. It's just a more natural shot. Whereas you need a lot more control with your forehand. Whereas in tennis, remember most players will have a double-handed backhand. You'll see people
with two hands on the racket.
Nadal, Andy Murray. Whereas the original old school, which is a lot harder, is the Federer style.
Yeah.
One-handed.
Yeah.
So what a lot of people will do is rather than having a full backhand, they'll have a slice backhand. Much easier shot to play. And then, it's forehand. It's all forehand. But tennis is a lot more unforgiving. Badminton, like when I play with Jamie, I can move him around and he can be in the rally for a long time. Yeah. Because he's just running around. Yeah. He can recover. But in tennis, 2-3 shots.
It's done.
That's it. It's done. Yeah. It's just too quick.
It's way too quick.
Just think about what else we can compete with. Play golf.
You know what? I went to a driving range with a couple of lads, and that was interesting. I've never done it before.
First time.
A couple of months ago, it was the first time ever. Yeah.
And you went with the iron.
So he had all the irons and stuff. They've in it, right? One of our mates.
Oh yeah.
They've in Preet. So I met them. Shout out to Preet, FYI. By the way, he did a marathon run today, so that went well. He raised money for charity, so respect to him for that. Shame about Liverpool though, but we'll cover that in a bit.
He's a Liverpool fan, is he?
Huh?
He's a Liverpool fan.
Yeah, he is.
Who you support? Man United.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
they're not doing very well.
No, we're not either. But that's a separate topic. And I'm wearing an Ajax top, but that's a separate topic. So yeah, they've showed me how to do the driving range, and you know what?
Go on.
He said my technique got there quickly. He said you just understand it. I said, I didn't get it.
It's the first time you've been.
First time I've been, and I had to have it on a tee. I couldn't do it off the floor. I had to have it up on a tee a little bit.
That's okay.
To drive, and I was hitting it clean, and I was like, oh my god,
the ball was going straight.
There's so much satisfaction. A couple of them went very straight, but there was so much satisfaction when you get that
elevation,
that hit, and I was like, wow, like I made that noise. Wow, yeah, it's really fun. Man,
you can. There's a.
He said it's better in the summer months.
Summer months driving range. Go on your own. That's what I used to do. Have my music in.
Yeah.
100 balls. Yeah. Man, I'm in heaven, man.
Yeah.
It's just you get the feeling of hitting a ball and being in the sweet spot and becoming autonomous. You're not even thinking about it. Bang. It's just
We can go and do that if you've got some clubs or anything. Is it clubs they're called?
Yeah, clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got full set. We can do that.
We'll go, man.
There's also a shooting range in Warsaw, which I think you'd be into.
Shooting range, I think I would be into.
Proper shooting range.
So I've been shooting in the past.
Yeah.
Years ago, but I want to.
You mean like shooting, or like clay pigeon shooting, or
like air rifle?
Air rifle shooting.
Air rifle on like target shooting range. Yeah.
So this is good. This has got all the kind of guns we would have played in COD.
Oh wow.
And the same sights. Red dot laser, ACOG sight.
Jesus.
Yeah. It's really good.
I didn't know Birmingham had all these things to
Warsaw,
offer,
mate.
You know?
Warsaw.
Only Warsaw had these
There's only
things
two in the
offer.
country and one of them in Warsaw. You know what I mean? Look, we're on the map, baby.
That's unreal. What are the chances?
Man, unreal.
So carrying on, clay pigeon shooting, cool. That was cool. What else happened in Manchester? Then obviously the main reason why we went was because we wanted to go
eat good food.
See Peter Russell.
To eat good food.
Huh?
To eat good food.
We ate good food.
We had good
Frank
food.
and Manka.
Frank and Manka. Only the second or third time I've been.
Impressed?
That starter, garlic bread with the real piece of garlic. Really hit the spot.
But it wasn't like your traditional garlic bread itself. It was like, let's do the pizza bread itself and then cut it into eights.
Yeah,
It's
but
like an
what I
eight-
liked is sometimes you'll go to these places and they'll give you a full size pizza of garlic bread. And you're
which
like,
is what I didn't want.
it's like it's way too much, man. It's like that's not a main. I don't want a main. And obviously at home you'll have more like the garlic loaf,
Yeah.
which is traditionally what you have at home. That's fine. But this is a good mix, like you said. It was just it's the right amount,
Perfect, man.
perfect amount. Only thing I would have said, these pizza places, they need to have lemonade. The San Pellegrino
lemonade for sure,
has
man.
to be done, man. Not this flat homemade lemonade. No, I don't want that. Crap,
And they need
man.
to have mayo. None of them have mayo. They always have this like weird infusion based thing. And I'm
Garlic
like,
mayo.
just give me mayo,
I
okay?
want a garlic mayo.
I'm
yeah.
a simple man. That's it.
Garlic
It works.
mayo. Yeah.
Then we just snacked all day after that because you were pretty full.
Yes.
So we
yes,
snacked.
yes, yes.
We went to like a veggie place to get food.
Oh yeah. No.
No,
we didn't. We didn't. We looked at the
walked
veggie
into
shack.
Veggie Shake Shack for Shindy and she didn't
That's
want it. I said fine, so we got a burrito instead,
Right.
which is
We did.
filling. Really filling.
Yeah, you had a bit. You can eat, man, as all our listeners will know.
Always, man.
Always.
So went there. Then we went to go see the main man, Russell Peters himself.
Russell
is great.
Peters at the Apollo, which we have in Birmingham. There's
Was it an
in
Apollo?
Birmingham. Yeah, no, O2. Sorry, O2
Was it the
Apollo.
O2? Yeah,
it's
yeah.
called O2 Apollo.
Oh, it was the O2 because I got it on priority. That's why. Yeah.
Correct.
O2 priority.
Like I said, we have one in Birmingham, which I've never been to.
Yeah.
The layout was very much similar to the Hammersmith Apollo.
Yeah.
Oh, just are they linked, by the way?
Who?
The O2 Apollo and Hammersmith Apollo.
I would assume so.
Oh yeah, I never thought about that.
I would assume so. Yeah.
I just thought about that now. But yeah, layout was the same, but not as nice and grand, obviously, as the Hammersmith Apollo.
Mate, how we had to empty out the water bottles and they gave us the water.
Oh my god.
Oh my days!
dirtiest water
I've never
ever.
tasted water so bad before.
And the thing is, I didn't drink it until we were inside.
it tasted like
And
water
so-
from a bathroom.
Like yeah. No, but even like my bathroom water
No,
here.
no. I'm not about a public bathroom.
Yes.
I wasn't sure if the pipes need changing or something, but I had it and I was like, "This is
Like
horrible."
I'm laughing at a joke and then I'm sipping it and
And
I'm
I was like,
"Oh my god!"
Yeah.
I was like, "We should just buy water from the bar, man."
Next time you gotta buy water, man. Thankfully, we had like a fresh bottle back in the car afterwards.
Yeah.
But that was cool. Russell himself, actually, hang on, his DJ starting from scratch.
Yeah,
You know the
Start
guy.
Scratch and Spin Stove.
Yeah,
was
so
nice.
I
Spin
thought-
bad, Spin bad. That's
I
it.
thought it was all pre-mixed because when he was mixing on the screen behind him, the
Everything was
backdrop,
changing,
it was everything was changing live with the
yeah.
music video. And
Yeah.
I was thinking, well, this is all pre-recorded.
Yeah.
So do you remember how I messaged Bao saying this guy's on, he's good? Bao said Raj is there. Raj, who we've had in the podcast, is there.
Was in the show.
Yeah, and then I saw Bao the next day, and he showed me a video of Raj standing next to that DJ on the side stage.
Oh really?
So we were in the crowd, and then Raj was like about 20 feet away, but we didn't know he was there.
No way.
But he was there, and he was showing me. And as I was watching the video, I could see him scratching and mixing with the backdrop. And I thought, that's really cool because I want to know how you do that. Because you have to sync up the music video to go with it and know your
'Cause
timestamps.
music's one thing, yeah. But to
Yeah.
do the video
And
that
the
was-
video and effects, I was like, that was trippy. I was
Mad.
watching it, and I was getting we were getting a bit motion sick, to be fair, weren't we?
Yeah. But you would have thought it's just pre.
Yeah, I thought it was all pre-done and sorted, but it wasn't. It was class. I was really impressed by him. Saw the warm-up act, who was a Desi
Excellent.
guy.
Ali Gaddar, something like that.
Can't remember his name.
Really funny guy.
He started off slow, but then he warmed up. Boom, had it going in a really good groove. Really good groove, man.
He was really good, man.
Yeah.
Solid act. I
Yeah.
think he'll definitely make it.
He's got like a lot of potential in him, man. You can see why Russell is taking him on tour. And Russell himself, he came out and we're like,
he's
yo,
about
he
to go
looks,
to the beach.
he
man.
looks old,
Oh,
man.
yeah. I felt the
aged.
same thing about Chris Rock, but not as much.
Yeah.
Like Chris is 57. I think Russell's 50.
Russell's 52,
51
52.
51 or 52 saying, doesn't he? But yeah, he just is Asian and he ages a lot quicker. And he was unwell that day. He said he had a sinus problem. So he sounded a bit off. But
Yeah.
he looked like he just wearing.
He looked fine.
No, but as in clothes wise, he looked like he was going to the beach, man.
Oh, yeah, defo. Had that little sombrero hat on.
Beach hat, and he had like just a baggy little t shirt and like
Big white t-shirt, yeah.
trousers, which were just like granddad, man. He's proper granddad.
Well, he's
man.
on his third lady, isn't he? So what do you expect?
Yeah,
He's probably been through the works, hasn't he, the poor guy?
He's comfortable though.
Yeah.
Um,
But man, I was really impressed with his act because
Seasoned, man.
everyone was always guilty of all the jokes. Even the guy in the first row who was in a wheelchair, he was on it for like a few of them, and everyone felt a bit uncomfortable, but he gauged it
he
perfectly.
navigated it perfectly.
Yeah, he knows how to do it.
And like we always say, the mark of a good comedian is that real improv,
Yeah,
where you work in the crowd.
his was all crowd work for the first half and a half,
And he kept going
45
back to it as
minutes.
well. Like he just
kept coming back to it, sprinkled in bits that he'd already obviously pre-rehearsed.
The links.
But he knew it, and I was like, this is so smart.
Yeah. No, he's just a seasoned veteran comedian, and he's just delivering some good stuff, some good topical stuff.
Yeah.
And he's brilliant. His segments were really relatable.
They were.
Like, you know, I'm with 30.
Relatable about aging, getting
30,
old.
30, you know?
Huh?
How old are you?
How old do you think I am?
30, you know. Yeah, we came to your birthday party.
I'm 30, man. Yeah.
30, yeah. So content was super relatable, even the stuff he talked about when growing up in the 70s and 80s and 90s. It was good.
Yeah.
I just think there was very little that compares to comedy in terms of value. Like bang for buck, man. Like we paid 65 quid.
Yeah.
You know, it's a great day out, great seats, world-class performer.
Top man, honestly.
Yeah. Like, I've never missed a show of his in the UK.
He absolutely nailed it.
Yeah.
I've never seen him live before, innit? So you could tell me if you thought that he was that good. Like,
first time I
compared to
saw
the
him,
rest.
excellent, but obviously that was closer to sort of his original stuff. You know, he got to the $1 store.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Like, and is somebody going to get hurt real bad?
Yeah.
There was that. Then he had a set which was nothing about that, which I didn't think was as good. And then this set is just, but he sprinkled it again, like you said, with the old stuff.
He does do callbacks, which is nice because people obviously know him from
because
that.
we like that stuff, and
but everyone got it. Like there was a Chinese lady who got it.
Yeah, that was the one. She goes, Linda.
It was
Linda. He goes, what's your name? She's like, Linda. He's like, okay.
What's your Chinese name?
Call her Linda.
What's your real name?
Lying? You lying? It's so good.
It was brilliant,
and then we had Mona.
There was a lady called Mona who was with an old white guy who was 52,
was Arab, right?
Who was 53, and he said, "You look like shit for a 53-year-old," right? I was really impressed. Really impressed. Yeah, and everyone was just always a part of it. He made it very interactive and very smart. So I was pleased. I came out of that feeling like, oh, I'm quite glad I saw him. Because I was worried it wasn't going to be as good as what I'd seen on TV. Because some comedians don't translate well in that way. But he's obviously done this for so long. He knew exactly the sweet spots to get and how to hit it.
Because of his last show, and I didn't think he was as good. I was thinking, like, is he on the downward trend, or is he like he's still the man? He's still the man.
Still got it, man. Still got it.
You know, the big guys, him, Rock, Chappelle, Hart. These guys are class, man. We live in a good time, man.
I want to try and see Guz Khan next.
Oh, he came to Birmingham?
I want to see him.
Guz is in, what's the TV show he's in? BBC.
He's in a BBC.
Man Like Mobeen.
Man Like Mobeen, yeah.
Yeah. I like Guz.
Yeah, but I want to see him live. I just got that feeling that he's going to be something fresh.
He was here the day after my birthday. But
How'd you know that?
I got targeted on Facebook to see him.
Okay, yeah.
I couldn't go.
Yeah.
But it was a couple of days after Chris Rock. But yes, he does come to Birmingham.
Probably does
Chris
like
from
the Glee
Birmingham.
Club or something, doesn't he?
Wasn't the Glee? Oh, maybe it was a Glee. Don't know. Glee's a really good venue. We've been there. See Humboldt.
Yeah.
Because it's so close to the performer. Next time Guz is touring.
Yeah. Let's go, man. I want to see him because I feel like he's got a lot in the locker that needs to be let out a little bit. His story's great, man. I'd love to try and get him on the podcast if we can. But his story's just been amazing to hear because he was just a teacher and now he's done this.
It's like Romesh, man. Romesh.
Yeah, and then all these producers said, "How are you this funny?" He's like, "People on the road are always this funny. You just don't see it." And I'm glad he's kind of shining light to the rougher side of comedy that's more edgy and is less socially acceptable because that's simply how they are.
That's comedy, isn't it?
And they're just funny. They're naturally funny.
I think that is the beauty of comedy. It's as long as you understand the rules, which is everything's fair game.
Yeah, it is.
So it should be, right? It's comedy within comedy. Like everybody's a target.
Yeah.
Everybody's open, game.
Everyone can get these jokes, they say.
Yeah, right? yeah. And that's what it is. You go there to have a good time, man. It's not a personal attack on anybody.
Yeah.
That was good.
Smashed it, man. So that was good. And then we drove back. Well, you drove back. How nice of you.
Oh, yeah. We played the game.
You played the game in the car. So what's the game, Karan? How do you play the game?
Well, because of my modern car, I could see the song name. So
because of your modern car.
Because of my modern car, right?
Yeah.
But basically, you played the song, you had to guess the name. But
then if you guess the name of the song, you get to pick the next song.
Yeah. Then became guess the singer.
Yeah.
The artist. So then I was in the game.
Yeah.
So that's fine. And then we all had a super excited McDonald's.
Yeah, we did. It was great.
Indy had the McSpicy. How did that go down?
I had the McSpicy and it was
at the time first.
Huh?
At the time first.
What do you mean at the time first? Is everything okay, Shindy? Yeah. Go on. At the time first, what?
Well, did you enjoy it? What was your
Oh,
rating?
mate, I had it and I was like, this isn't spicy. It's decent.
Yeah,
this is me talking.
You gave me a rating, didn't you, out of 10? What was it?
I gave it like an 8.
So you've got,
So the 10 for me was a chicken Big Mac. The chicken Big Mac that came out a couple months ago.
It was like 2.
That was amazing. I had it and I was like, this needs to be a
So
thing.
chicken Big Mac. You got the McChicken sandwich, which is the classic.
Yeah,
you got
yeah.
the chicken mayo, which is the 99.
Yeah.
You got the legend.
Yeah.
So where's this rank?
So
What's your
I'd
rankings?
say chicken Big Mac number 1.
Wow.
And I'd say
Not
the
the legend.
McSpicy was like a 2 or 3, depending in between like a chicken sandwich or not.
Legend. You don't put legend up there.
Oh shit, I forget about the chicken legend. You know what? I get the chicken legend and chicken royale mixed up because they're the same.
Exactly shape.
They're exactly the same shape, so it
Yeah.
messes me up.
Yeah.
But chicken legend is definitely up there as well. I can't really pick between the 3. I need to try the McSpicy again. I feel like I just got like a standard batch because it wasn't that spicy. Until
Dun, dun, dun.
until the next day I woke up with a headache as if I was feeling hungover and I was like, oh, I think I'm just tired.
Dodgy water.
And it must have been that dodgy
You know
water,
what?
man.
Dodgy water might have done the job as well.
It could have been, but I woke up and I was like, I don't feel good. And my stomach was like, go sit on the toilet. And I was like, all right, maybe I need to banish some demons. And demons erupted, man. I was in pain for about half an hour on the toilet.
Oh.
And I was like, I've not felt this before. I was like,
As in, this isn't
I
your
think
normal
I'm-
IBS pain.
No, I was like, I think I'm semi-dying. Like, genuinely.
What did the watch
it was
say?
Bad.
What did the watch say?
Huh?
What
The
did you
watch said I recovered 83%.
Oh,
man.
well then you can't.
Oh,
be
it's
a-
fine. I couldn't blame
You
it on
weren't 2%,
anything
were you?
else.
2%,
I didn't have
man.
no 2% issues. I was like, yo, this is fine. So those who don't understand the reference, my Whoop strap tells me how much you
Yo, what, sorry?
recovered. Whoop strap.
It's like woosah.
It's called a Whoop strap.
Okay.
Marketing placement. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
So Whoop strap
Yeah.
tells you how much you recover each day. Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, in the past, I've been down to 2%, which is like
I'm going
which
to
is
die
like-
today.
Exactly, I'm gonna die.
No, you're
today.
not. I'm going to die.
I felt like I was dying, but on that toilet, man, in the morning, it was bad, really bad. For the whole day, I was eating food and then I was running to the toilet afterwards. So I was like, "This is."
I've got
messed me
the image of white chicks when he has lactose intolerance and he goes to the bathroom and he just explodes in the bathroom. That's what I'm thinking.
up. No. Mine wasn't that. Mine was, you got to keep on pushing because there's something that's still there, but it hurts to push.
You sound like you're having a baby.
I mean,
You
I've
gotta
never
keep
had a baby.
You got to
before,
keep pushing,
Karen.
man. There's something in there.
No, it was like this is hot, but there's something hotter inside, and you got to get it out.
Oh my god.
That's exactly how it felt. And it was like straining pain. I was like, this is bad, really
Straining
bad.
pain.
But anyway, safe for it. Thanks for sticking around for that graphic detail if you wanted to listen to it.
Yeah, but the donut afterwards is nice.
Oh, the donut and Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme. Oh my god.
Oh man, always
Midnight
worth
Krispy
it.
Kreme. That was the one.
Midnight Krispy Kreme, always good for a route home.
And Manchester only hour and a half away.
It was, man.
So we
yeah.
day tripped. It was actually it was just really fun. Wasn't
And
it?
I
Good day.
calculated how many calories I had in that day.
Go on.
Should I try and get the number up?
Was it more than 2,000?
I'd like
gotta be
you
more
to
too.
guess how many calories
All
I
right.
had
What
on
did
that
we
day.
this thing? What did we eat? So breakfast. What did you have?
I don't think I had breakfast in the morning. I'm checking, but I don't think I did. It was a week ago, isn't it? 21. All right, Garan. So let's guess the calories again. Yeah, because you just fucked that up. Garan messed with the mic. He's not used to this. Sorry. I forgot to press record. I'm not used to this. Sorry.
So, because I'm a doctor, I know such things. I think about 3,300.
3,300.
Yeah.
Only because you just discussed it and you
No. I just
What
know
is
these
it?
things.
He said 3,500.
I did.
I said 3,379. That
You
was
did.
the exact amount. Yeah, kind of sickening. I'm
But
not
it's,
gonna lie.
it's quite
I'm
easy,
not
isn't it?
gonna
It's quite easy.
It's easy when you're eating bad food. Yeah, it is easy when you're eating bad
Because
food.
you had number. Okay, if you take out Mackey's.
Yeah, but I just had a burger from Mackey's. It wasn't even big.
And how many calories is that?
The burger itself was about 500 calories.
So what made up the bulk of your calories?
So we had Krispy Kremes. We had that. We had
I'm saying individual meals. What was the big one?
the pizza. Pizza was
pizza.
1,000 calories.
Pizza 1,000. Okay.
Yeah, pizza was 1,000 calories.
You had that weird dodgy pizza, didn't you? With no tomato base, and you got sad about it and looked at
I was
Sam.
really upset about my pizza.
Please,
at
can you
first.
eat this, please?
And then my lovely wife offered
Who
to
said
do
to you
half.
at the point of ordering, and you're like, yeah, don't worry, it'll be fine.
I
yeah,
said I thought
yeah,
it'd be
yeah."
fine, you know. I have
And then you
faith.
looked at it, you're like, I don't like this.
I looked at it and I was
don't-
like,
do not
oh,
like
it's
this."
bare cheesy.
Man, he can't. No.
But then
don't.
thankfully, the lovely wife gave me half of hers. So thank you, Sanj.
Sacrificed her health for yours.
Thank you, appreciate that. And
Absolutely.
then the next day, we got back here for what? 12, 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, day trip there and back. Definitely worth it. Recommend doing it. Next day, took Karan to a VR experience for his birthday.
Out of this world?
Yeah, it's called Otherworld or something. Otherworld, that's it. This is the second time that I've been, because Sanj tripped me on my birthday, and we want to make it a thing. Same place, but in London.
Oh, I see.
So the one in London was different.
You've been to the same brand though?
Same brand, yeah.
Quite confusing, I'm not going to lie, when you get there though.
It is.
Walk in and...
just this white space.
Yeah, there's white spaces, people come to you like the angels, all dressed in white.
Yeah. True.
Kind of like, Celestials feel, that's what it was.
They're going to transfer
The
you to another
Immortals
world.
or Celestials, whatever. And I was like...
What's a Celestial?
Celestial? What's that? The Immortals? No, what was the most recent...
No, it was Immortals, yeah.
It was Immortals, not Celestials. I'm making up words now.
I don't know what the fuck
Star-Lord's dad, what was he?
Who's that?
Star-Lord. Marvel.
He was an immortal.
He's immortal, not Celestial.
No, he wasn't an immortal. He was a type of...
There was another word, isn't there? There's immortals, then there's the...
Then there's other people.
Guys who make the world.
Whatever it was, yeah.
He's one of those.
Yeah.
And I remember in one of those films, he was dressed in those kind of garments. Star Wars dad.
He was, yeah.
And I was just like, are we here to do VR? And then he's talking about like a bar, and then the bar was really weird, and it looked like...
The guy was like...
The guy was weird.
I felt for him because I could see that he didn't fully get the job, but he was really into it.
Yeah, that was it. He didn't get it.
But he was really
But
into
he knew
it.
the script. He's like, yeah, it's like this, and you're going to check in now.
And I was like,
lingo.
You're not helping things. So I kind of gave you guys a bit of a run through. As soon as he left, I was like, just sign into here.
Yeah.
We're going to go down, you'll figure it out.
There's 2 controllers.
Yeah. So we got into the booth. And
wait, before the booth, the toilets. The weirdest toilets.
I hadn't been to those toilets, but I've been to the one in London.
Going to toilets, and it's like this low red light, as if like emergency power is gone. And then it's like... in
a spaceship.
Yeah. And then it's just like, you are in the most relaxing place in Birmingham. It's like, I'm not relaxed, man. I'm trying to wee.
You're making this hard. It feels like you're watching me.
Yeah. Big brother vibes. And so I come out, probably didn't empty my bladder fully.
Yeah.
And
you know what I've noticed when we need to pee? As soon as you let the first bit out, you're okay. The rest of it's going to flow. It's just that first little bit.
It's the thing in medicine, as you get older, you get what we call hesitancy.
Yeah.
It's like you're there, you're like, come on.
Yeah.
When it starts, that happens to a lot.
But that happens in public places more often than not.
Yeah, that's true.
Because people are insecure about their package.
You get
I actually
performance
don't.
anxiety.
Swear to God, I actually
you're
don't.
Like, come on,
right.
why won't you work?
Why won't you work? No, I'm fine normally.
I can imagine you walking into the bathroom, turn the tap on, casually all the guys are there, you're like, I just need to restart.
Do you know what I do? I prefer to piss in the cubicle. I just prefer it anyway. If I have to go in the urinal, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
What do people call it? I call it a mix of those, urinal or
Don't
urinal.
call it clothes horse, do you?
Well, there we go. Please drop a comment about the clothes horse. About the clothes horse and all that stuff. Yeah. Thank you.
You hang your washing on your
clothes
rack. Yeah.
On the clothes rack, yeah. The clothes horse, alright? It's the clothes horse. Let's not do this.
In your definition, anything that clothes can be hung on is a clothes horse.
No, not necessarily.
Absolutely.
No, because that was made for it.
No.
Anyway,
you prefer cubicle to urinal. Why?
Just it's cleaner. Because if you notice that when you take a piss in a urinal, you get the splashback in your hands.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
There's techniques to weeing, man.
There is techniques to weeing in that, but regardless, you get splashback no matter what happens.
I've never had splashback ever.
I think you do.
The only place I've ever had it. So if you go to dish room, they have standing, like
like the
India style.
The India style ones, yeah.
And I was wearing shorts that day and no socks. I was like, this is just not good, man.
Yeah. No one
apart from that, normal urinal you should not get splashback.
No, you do get splashback.
Fair enough, you prefer...
Do you know how I know you get splashback? Because there was an episode of Big Bang Theory where Sheldon was forced to scrub Howard's belts.
Right.
Because he said, oh yeah, I get a lot of splashback when I go to the toilets, and he made them scrub them for him because it was like a bet or something. And he said, don't ever tell my meemaw about this. And he had to scrub like piss off it basically. So I was like, it's a thing. It's actually a thing. That's why I prefer to go in the toilet, because the toilet bowl, you just hit the water and you don't get splashback. Well, not as much. You will get a little bit.
Do you hit the water or do you aim for the side?
I aim for the water because on the side you get splashback.
No, you're probably more likely to get splashback from the water. If it's the middle of the night and you pee quietly, what do you do?
Middle of the night you pee quietly, you aim at the edge.
You aim for the side?
No, I don't aim. I sit. You have to sit in the middle of the night.
Do you?
It's middle of the night. I'm not going to stand up and try and aim with half my eyes open.
This is why you use two-hand technique? Come on.
That doesn't help, Goran. Your nuddies is everywhere.
2 on the wall. The trajectory is perfect.
The trajectory is perfect. He says, yeah,
Perfect.
sure.
I've mastered that to a T. Anyway, how do we get on to talking about toilets?
Toilets at Otherworld?
Yes. Then we got to the actual thing.
VR experience, yeah.
And you're in this like kind of thing like a dome.
So you're in a dome.
Personalised dome. So you got your headset that you wear, the visual stuff, and then you got your headset.
And you get
to
your little
listen.
controllers in your hands.
And the controller. I've done a little bit of VR at home, but this obviously is more professional.
Yeah.
And I remember before we went in, he was talking about the games, and I was like, I just want to play a shooting game. And he said about the other one, like cooking game. And
You thought it was super lame.
I thought it was so whack. I was like, what the hell am I going to do? And then I got in there.
Don't knock it.
And I was like, this is so good.
Don't knock it, man.
So
It's
good.
like overcooked.
Yeah, the cooking
It's
game
good
was
shit.
good. I didn't realise in the cooking game that the items had to be in the order that was there. I just
I didn't either.
I was just throwing the stuff out. Fruit Ninja, I really enjoyed it, although I cut my hand.
Yeah, I did that the first time I played it as well, because you get into it and then naturally
Well, you know what it was?
either start hitting your hands together or you hit the wall.
What technique were you using
Uh,
to cut fruit?
I was using 2 hands.
2 hands, but how? Show me.
Huh?
What kind of? Yeah, right. So I was.
Like in angles, because you can't hit it straight. You've got to hit it
Slice
like
it, yeah,
slicing
yeah.
angles.
I thought it was proper like samurai. So the reason why I had my hand, I was doing this.
Yeah, I did that as well. That's how it went.
Bam! Yeah.
And then I hit my thumb, and
I
my
was
thumb
like-
was bleeding.
I was like, okay, you don't do this.
Yeah.
The wall thing, I worked out quite quickly.
Because you're in a dome, you forget your surroundings. Yeah.
But if you take a step, you get the lines, like you see the kind of where you are. I didn't realise that until like towards the end. If you just put your hands out like this, it'll tell you where you are, and then I'd readjust.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So that was quite useful to know.
But the cooking game was good.
Cooking game was good. The
Good.
Fruit Ninja was
It's
good.
like a real world version of Overcooked, which is nice.
Yeah, that was nice. The other game, the dancing game, that was good. I really enjoyed that.
Dominated that.
You did, yeah.
I love
really,
that, man. I'm all beat perception, kind of doing this like stuff with your hands and all that.
Yeah,
It's
that-
great.
That was
It's
the,
great.
The dodge and everything.
Yeah.
I thought it was more like a boxing game. That's what I went to, and I realised actually you're dancing.
Yeah,
You don't feel like you're dancing.
Yeah, but boxing and dancing, same thing.
Same thing, yeah.
Yeah, same thing.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. But the shooting game, the zombie game. I think what was interesting about the zombie game, 4 of us in there, and I don't think we realised initially that we had to do something.
Yeah.
Because remember in COD when you had the waves, you just survived the waves.
Yeah.
So we were just enjoying that.
But I knew you had to do something because
you
me and
before.
Sandra had done it before.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I
So
knew you
Indy
had
was
to
running
do
around
boxes
trying to
and
find
stuff.
keys and grenades and whatever he was
Yeah.
doing. I mean, you got to be fair. Like the zombies they were so slow.
They were a little bit, but
They
you can see
were
it ramps
so-
up.
Yeah.
It does ramp up.
It ramps up and then.
Shindy got a
so
bit
scared.
flustered.
Yeah.
She didn't want to do it at first. She was like, no,
she
I
did
don't
not
want
want
to
to
do
do
this.
it. And then, but then I had to protect her. She was like, protect the window, protect the door,
And protect me.
yeah. And then.
Meanwhile, Sandra's down on the ground floor like a boss. just shooting
two big
everything.
guns like this.
She had 2 guns at 2
Like this,
angles
like this.
shooting in different
She
ways.
was like the Matrix.
Yeah, the Matrix style. And I was like,
yeah.
she got it down to a T, this one.
She's like, so you were running around just doing your monkey business.
I was running around trying to get keys to unlock new waves and doors and stuff.
I was trying to keep everyone.
And then at the
alive.
end of it, Gary was like, we just go again. And I was like, yeah. The only flaw was that it kept cutting out. It kept on cutting out.
I
the bits
did.
for
It
you,
did
for
happen
me,
a few
the
times. I did
controller.
think about whether we should say to them whether.
I did write back in a feedback form saying you need to work on the stuff cutting out, but otherwise it was good.
Yeah.
The one in London, that didn't happen at all.
Oh, 0.
Yeah, nothing.
Oh, wow.
So I think it's just based on their connectivity there.
Birmingham internet.
Birmingham problems, you know.
And so Shindy ran into the.
Yeah, we heard the thud.
Yeah, and then she was a bit
She
disoriented.
was like, ow! Guys, I can't see.
She was
I can't see.
Yeah. You know what was interesting?
My glasses have come off.
We were quite into the game at that point.
We were like, yeah, Shindy.
I think
you'll
it
be
was-
fine. You'll be fine.
If
You'll
they
be
did
fine.
any other game, we would have done that whole thing about we'll go and play another game. But we were so into it. It was just like, okay, just wait there. And then Shindy was like, can I enter the game again? And they were like, your friends have to exit for you to.
Yeah,
enter.
we have to exit and start again,
And we were
which
like,
we did.
We
When
did.
started
We
again,
did. Yeah.
I got us back to the same point quickly because I knew all the
Yeah,
keys
we
were.
did.
Yeah.
So VR was excellent. Definitely would do that again.
Yeah, we've got to go back again. They do need more games, more variety games that are more important.
I'm just
to us.
excited, man. If that's the start of what shooting games will look like, when it gets to the level where it's like it feels like you're doing proper.
Yeah, but trying to get that at home, that setup is difficult.
Oh my god.
And some people were thinking, let's get this set up at home for VR. I wouldn't want that, mate. If I had like a wife or kid come home and touch me on the leg in a real game, someone's getting hit and it ain't me. Right? I'm gonna feel like something's touching me with haptic feedback.
I'll tell you what does excite me about VR also is this idea of, okay, so we haven't talked about it. You have a Champions League final, right?
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
happening in Paris. You could wear a VR set and feel like you're sitting there from home. This is what they're talking
I wouldn't
about.
want that.
I would want that.
No, I
You'd rather watch
wouldn't
it on TV?
I'd rather watch it on TV or be in the
Yeah,
game.
yeah. Be like, why not VR? I feel like
Because in VR it doesn't feel the same. It wouldn't feel
no,
the same.
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying if they get it to that level, it's so immersive. This is a start, man.
Yeah, but the thing is though, is that
Inception
if they technically do that,
dream within a
the
dream.
problem you've got is that the atmosphere in the stadiums evaporates. So everyone's going to be watching it VR at home. So you can sell one seat 100 times over, logically speaking, yeah? If you do this VR thing, you can have unlimited seating.
No, absolutely.
Really. Right, problem with that is
you
though,
think
is
no
that
one's going to go to live?
with that, you're going to have to set up a seat, and in that seat you're going to have a camera popping out of it, and that camera's going to be on
Oh
swivel,
no!
trying to do everything.
No. Okay, I didn't. I know what you're saying. We're talking about very technical.
I'm talking about a specific seat.
I'm saying live people who are there are taking all the real seats.
Yeah.
Okay. VR is set up in a way where you're not competing with the real actual seats.
Right.
Yeah. And I think with VR happening, the kind of real seats are going to be even more premium. Like people are still going to want that. That's the real experience.
Yeah, I can see that.
But if you could do that, my God, that would be cool, man. To watch some of the events like cricket matches, basketball games for you.
You could do it abroad, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like stuff that you physically can't get to.
You could maybe do that. I mean,
I would love it.
It's possible.
Awesome. So yeah,
I'm
future.
sure
is-
Elon and those guys will figure something out.
Yeah, and I thought about, are we at the point where is VR where escape rooms were when we were like, wow, this is new, this is cool.
Probably.
And now escape rooms have moved on a little bit. Although it's different. I don't think they compete. I still lived in an escape room as well.
Yeah.
It's just a different thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So all in all, it was a good weekend. Thanks so
it was
much
great, man.
for that, for his presents, and you got me a laptop case.
I did, because your wife said you needed one, and it says Dr. Jag Mavi, not Jazz Mavi on it.
Yeah, so Jag is my dad's name. It is his.
Dad's excited, man. He said, "Yo,
yeah.
I've gone back. Thank you,
It's
thank
a
you, son.
lovely
Thank you, brother."
duck egg green, kind of like my top. I'm really into duck egg at the moment. I think it's a beautiful.
Duck egg. I've never heard that before.
That's
as a
the
colour.
That's what do you call this? You say
Green.
green, isn't it? Yeah, but the actual shade is duck egg. So if you want a reference point, think Fairmont Hotels, the roof.
Think what?
Fairmont Hotel.
What's
Fairmont? Fairmont's like a really premium brand hotel, like a Sheraton or.
Oh yeah, 100%. I would definitely know all about that. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just thinking of references you'll get then. So the Fairmont Hotel has this green, this duck egg green.
Okay.
The other thing is if you go down my road and look on the left hand side as you go, there's a house which has this green at the top.
Oh, I see.
as
Okay. That'll help.
well. It's just a lovely shade, and I just love looking at my laptop now.
Yeah.
And I really like gifts which I will cherish and they have a story and a meaning behind them.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so ornaments are always good things I will use,
Yeah.
or experiences, and so you got me both. So those are things I value highly over clothing or anything else.
It's perfect. There we go.
Perfect.
Happy days. I'm glad you liked it, man.
Thank
Glad you enjoyed it. So yesterday was the Champions League final, yeah? Liverpool versus Real Madrid.
Who are you supporting?
So I'm going to support the non-Liverpool team because Liverpool Man United have a really deep rivalry that goes back years.
But you wouldn't support a UK team?
I wouldn't, no,
competition?
no, I wouldn't.
It's a bit like...
It's not because
I just
any
want-
notch in the belt of another club edges closer to towards your own club's history. And unless there's a player on that team you have a real affinity towards, you can make an exception. That's my view on it. So let's say, I don't know, if modern day Thierry Henry was playing now, or when Arsenal played Barcelona in the final,
Champions League.
I actually wanted Arsenal to win
Yeah,
because
yeah.
even though I didn't like Arsenal, I liked Henry and I liked the fact that they were going to do something historical.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure on that day I supported Arsenal.
Yeah, okay, fine. So it's just specifically a Liverpool
Specifically,
thing.
but Liverpool, I was like, I can't bring myself to do this. I
Right.
can't do it.
Right, okay.
Because
So you're a Real supporter of that night?
yeah, but last year, obviously it was Man City versus Chelsea, and I was like, I don't want
There was
either of
Champions
them to
League last
win.
year?
Yeah, I was like, I don't want either of them to win.
Right.
So I was like, all right, who's the lesser of the two evils? It wasn't really one. I just watched it thinking, let's just have a
good game
game.
of football.
Let's just have a game. Yeah. So, yeah, that is what it is.
What do you think of the game?
So I have a story about the game, but I'll come to that in a
We'll
sec.
come to that, yeah. Tell me
What
about
did,
the game.
what did you think about the game? Because you don't watch football much,
Yeah, so for me it's big tournaments. This would be one of them. World Cup.
and it's free, obviously,
Euros.
on YouTube.
Yeah, I was a bit confused by that.
Every year, the Champions League finals free on YouTube through
It was
BT
on
Sport.
it was on ITV before, like
So it used to be on ITV. They
Yeah.
sold the rights to
BT.
BT, yeah.
But then why is it free?
Well,
on YouTube?
ITV didn't sell the rights. Sorry, I need to clarify that. They didn't buy the rights afterwards. It became inflated and BT bought it.
Right.
So BT bought the rights to it. So it's all hidden behind the paywall now.
Right.
So during the year, you can't watch Champions League football on TV or Europa League football on TV. It's not available.
Huh?
You have to watch it through BT Sport, which is obviously a pay package channel that you have to get through your Skybox.
Correct.
So that's difficult for people that just can't afford it. So a lot of people use streaming websites or cracked Fire Sticks, just dodgy ways around it.
But then why was it free yesterday? That's what I didn't get.
Because they always put the Champions League final free on YouTube for everyone to make it giving back to the community, build up goodwill, all that stuff. Which I don't think it does at all. I think it's just like a petty thing that they just add on as a bolt on.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
But the game itself, So I was watching the pre-match build-up.
Yeah.
The Gerrard and Owen, who's the third one? Rio.
Yeah.
And they were like, Liverpool's going to win. I was like, okay, fine. And I'd heard this year, I think you were telling me about they could win the quadruple. The
Yeah.
all that kind of
I had a
stuff.
feeling that Liverpool were going to take it yesterday. I just thought they would.
Well, mate, they played the better game.
They did.
The first
They did
half,
in all
my
fairness.
God, and I've got to say, man, the Real keeper, bloody hell.
Thibaut Courtois.
He was a beast, man. I mean, yeah.
Save after save.
Save after save. Real, proper shots on goal.
He's the Real Dale, as people say.
Dale, Mini?
Like real deal.
Real deal.
But they say Real
okay.
Dale. Like
That's
it
good playing
take
words.
piss.
But yeah, they had proper shots on target. Mo Salah shot, that curling shot.
Oh yeah, that great save from Salah.
Yeah.
That was going to the bottom corner straight.
That was
Nestle.
Great, man. Great. And I just thought, this just seemed so unfair. And Michael Owen was talking about it at the end.
Why does it seem unfair?
Because they played the better football.
Doesn't matter.
No, I know what you're saying, but it seemed unfair. It's like the better team didn't win. It's like
But
the other
better team, technically, they did score 2 goals and 1 was disallowed.
Well, that's controversial, isn't it? That.
Well, the disallow thing was dodgy.
And do you know what it is for me as well? This comes back to that basketball thing. If I'm watching football, I want you to earn the goal. That was just like a cheap tap in.
It doesn't matter.
No, I know what you're saying. A goal is a goal, but for me, it's the way. It's like in cricket, right? Yes, a wicket's a wicket, but a ship. We're like, okay, if I'm batting and I step on my own stumps, okay, I'm out. But that's me losing. It's not you winning. It's just.
Yeah, but here's your trophy for winning in that way. Are you telling me that when England won the Ashes all those years ago, or when someone wins the World Cup, they remember every wicket taken, how it was taken, every 6, every 4? It's an accumulation over time. You're like, John.
The whole, you're worth it as a whole.
Everyone's going to take the victory where they can take the victory because they're like, it's fine.
Yeah, but it just to me that was just like there's no skill involved in that goal. That's what it was.
Which one? The first goal?
The first one, yeah.
The first goal was big deflections. It was.
Yeah, it was fumble.
But you still got to get in that position to get it.
He's goal hanging, man. He was there. Like, he didn't get any position.
You can't goal hang. It's not a thing. It was great.
Okay, not goal hanging. He was there anyway. He didn't have to. He didn't make a run. He was standing.
No,
there.
he did make a run. He made a run to get in that position. You can't stand in an offside position.
No, he was there already. What was the build to that? Was it from a?
So it was a cross from Vinicius Junior.
Set play or not?
Came across. No. It was an open play goal.
Open play, right? And then there was a fumble on the keeper, and he was just there. Anyway, that aside, the second goal. Or the goal.
The main goal was actually
great play.
It was good play.
Yeah, what I'm saying, but it just came out of nowhere. It was like, okay, you had one play,
smashing grab
the whole game. Okay, fine, you put it away.
Yeah, put it away clean.
It just felt like Liverpool could have scored 3, 4, 5 goals. Man.
It felt like they could have, but they didn't.
They did.
Real Madrid, they approached the game the right way that worked for them. When I was watching the first half, I was thinking it's inevitable that Liverpool are going to score. Like I was messaging a couple of mates of mine saying you guys have this. I can see it happening because the pressure was just going to
you bloody cursing it.
Huh?
It's you bloody cursing it.
What, the curse of Liverpool?
So no, you saying it? Yeah, you're going to win. Yeah.
No. I could just see the game was going in that direction. I didn't see Real Madrid doing anything because when Real Madrid were attacking, they weren't committing any of their midfielders forward.
It was just Benzema. That was it.
All they did was they committed their front 3 and then they left their other 3 behind to shore things up because Liverpool play high press football, so they're very intense, very like on it. Real Madrid don't do that because they're older, so they're
Spanish football.
But their mids are 33, 35 years old.
Modric is 37.
Modric is 35.
35.
So they're old players. And Real Madrid play very slow football compared to Liverpool, which is very, very quick, high-paced tempo on it. And they were, in the first few minutes of the first half, Real were making loads of mistakes. They were getting caught in possession, giving them chances. like all these things. So I was thinking, yeah, this is just going to go in that way.
Yeah.
But when the full-time whistle went, I was like, man, they actually did it. And the route that Real Madrid took to the final compared to the route Liverpool took were worlds apart.
They said that. Yeah.
So Real Madrid had to play. They had to play the champions of France, which is PSG, and they beat them. They were behind. They came from behind and won.
Man City.
They beat Chelsea first. They were behind at home in the second leg. Thought they blew it, and then they came back and won. Man City, people thought they blew it. Came back and won with 2 goals in 3 minutes to take it to extra time.
3 minutes. Wow.
No, it was technically 3 goals in 6 minutes because it went into extra time and they scored again.
And Chelsea are the Premier League winners. Yeah?
So Chelsea are the Premier League. No. Chelsea were the Champions League winners from last year. Man City were the Premier League winners. So their run to the final was really difficult, and they beat Liverpool as well. So I'm like, wow! And it's their 14th time they've won.
Yeah, they said that. I was
they've won the Champions League. That's just like amazing. That is cultural football heritage, as people call it.
See all the celebs that were there.
Oh mate, I saw all of them.
Zidane in it.
Zidane, Figo,
Figo's
R9, all of them. I was like, wow.
R9, yeah. I didn't realize Ronaldo got called R9.
So because there's 2 Ronaldos, right?
You see that
there's
clip?
obviously Cristiano.
See the Henry clip?
And there's R9. Yeah. He said. No. Ronaldo is Ronaldo. R9.
Cristiano's Cristiano.
Cristiano's Cristiano. Do not get them mixed up. And I was like, whatever Thierry says stays, man. I ain't arguing with him.
He goes. He says it. It's who's he with? Is it Carragher?
Yeah.
Tim Carragher. He's like, growing up, how many Ronaldos did you know? That was the question. There was only one. There's only one Ronaldo.
Only one. R9. That's it. That is it, Jimmy. No more Jimmy.
That's quite good.
It's great, man.
But he's just more tiny.
100%, man. He's just put on bare weight, but
he's like he's that Prince in the scene, isn't he?
Who?
The boxer.
Oh, him.
Prince. Yeah. Like more movie. Think he was there as well, Rafa.
Yeah, he was, and he had a match today as well, didn't he? I forgot that right.
French Open. I don't know if he's playing. I presume. I mean, he's King of Clay. He probably was playing, but yeah.
Well, I saw that Zizou was there.
Yeah.
He played. He didn't play. He was in the audience, obviously there.
Of the football or the French
football.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then he travelled to Monaco today for the Monaco Grand Prix. So he was there at the Monaco Grand Prix as well. I'm like, you're living your best life, innit, man?
He's dance straight gangster, innit?
Absolutely chilling. It's mad.
And then there were a couple of who else was there? They showed Seydorf.
Yeah, they did show Seydorf.
Like
yeah.
Scarf, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He's chilling.
Straight up. He hasn't aged at all.
He still looks like he can go on the pitch.
Yeah.
Sub him in.
Yeah. He looks like he's ready to come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So that was a good final. The game itself wasn't great, but I was happy with the outcome, to say the least.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So, all right. Yeah. The incident that happened to me. Yeah. So I met a mate of mine who lives local. His name's Sonny, and I took him with me to go and watch the game because he's got 2 kids at home. I said, let's get out and let's go and watch it at one of the pubs.
Right.
So near my house, we've got 3 pubs. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to say the names because it'll give away the place where my parents live in. Alright. So 3 pubs. Go to pub number 1. Pub number 1, you walk in and there were like a couple of screens up, and it just felt like a bit weird being there because everyone was just looking at me and Sonny as he walked in.
Dead vibe. As in, just to be clear, you've been to these 3 pubs before.
I haven't. I actually haven't. I never go to the pub normally.
Did you know the types of crowds in these pubs?
No.
You didn't know which ones are up in a crowd? Like,
no. Even though I live in it's now becoming an upper area, it's still not that way in the pubs. The pubs are still dominated by white people, which is cool. I ain't got a problem with that. But I walked in and me and Sonny were just feeling a bit like everyone's looking at us, and I was like, okay, don't worry, this is our backup option because there weren't many big screens. We thought, let's just leave it, we'll go somewhere else. Went to pub number 2. Okay. Pub number 2 said they're not showing the game. We're like, well, you're out the equation. Let's go to number 3. Got to number 3 and I said to Sonny, if there's nothing here, we'll head back to my mum's and I'll put it on TV there and we can watch it there if we want to.
Yeah.
We just want to like the atmosphere basically. Pull up, he goes inside, he says, I've got a table. I said, cool.
Number 3 is...
Yeah. So I park up, go inside, the table had gone. And he said, the table's gone because I went outside to tell you. I said, don't worry about it. So I said, all right, let's find a banister.
Yeah. Because
in pubs, they have like little railings where you can put your drinks on as you stand. So I said, let's find a banister, let's grab some chairs, let's just make the best of the situation, let's get good seats to see on the big screen. Cool. So I take a seat, and I'm sitting here in the corner on the banister, and there's a guy to our right on a table of 4. There's 3 men sitting, there's 1 chair spare. So I said to the guy, is his chair free? And he looked at me for like a few seconds and he said, No, it's not. It's taken. I said, all right, cool, no worries. Go and grab 2 more chairs, pull up, sit down.
That's the
Bam.
question.
Me and Sonny are sitting down. I'm wearing a Real Madrid top, yeah, because I'm like, I want Real Madrid to win. Yeah, I'm wearing a Real Madrid top.
Okay, let me wait before you carry on.
Yeah.
Would the incident happen had you not been wearing Real Madrid top?
Yes.
Alright, fine.
It
So it's not about
No, it's not about
that.
that.
Alright,
It's not about that. Bear in mind, I hadn't got my Real Madrid top out at this moment. I came in with a zip up, so no one knew what the fuck.
Everyone around you, Liverpool fans or what?
No, everyone around me is just normal people
Neutrals?
just watching
Wearing
it.
tops or not?
No, no one's wearing anything. It's just
Oh,
normal, normal
It's
people.
not like a hardcore.
Yeah, it's normal people. We're in Birmingham. The majority of people you're going to find are Villa fans and Birmingham City fans.
Right, yeah.
Right? Maybe Wolves if you're lucky. Yeah?
Okay, yeah.
But that's it. So I thought, okay, cool. Take a seat. And this guy who I asked about the chair, he said, he said, are you guys supporting Real Madrid tonight? I said, yeah, we are. And he said, let me guess. You don't like Liverpool, do you? I said, no. He said, you're Man United fans, aren't you? I said, good. That was a good guess. Fair play. Yeah, we are.
Because
We
you're
are.
brown.
Yeah, cool.
Most brown guys are.
Well, maybe. I
Or
thought
Liverpool,
that.
isn't it? Liverpool
Huh?
and United. That's
Well,
it.
no. Actually, I thought that, but then I was like, well, I know a lot of guys who are brown that support Arsenal, Chelsea.
So the big four.
Huh?
The big 4 teams.
Yeah, but equally still, it's not
No,
just
why
Man
then?
United.
There's no
loads.
reason. Support your
I
local
thought-
teams, man.
Yeah.
Warsaw.
Anyway.
Sadlers.
Well, anyway, right. So
Yeah.
I thought, okay,
Yeah.
could be supporting anyone, but all right, whatever.
So
Cool.
you told him, yeah.
No. I didn't think anything of it. I was like, you know what? Fair play, good guess.
Good guess.
Got it a hole in one, Badania, right? So Sonny gets up. He goes to the bar to get a couple of pints. Cool. Comes back over. He's there at the bar, and this guy, he turns to me. He's still asking me questions. He's like,
Is he drunk?
yeah, he's drunk, but he's still asking me,
How old?
Huh?
How old is he?
like, late 60s.
Oh,
I'd say.
old.
Yeah, old,
Okay.
right. So he then asked me. He says, so why do you support Man United? I said, oh, I just always have ever since I was a kid. I said I chose him. I really like David Beckham. I really like Ruud van Nistelrooy. So I chose him as my team, and I've stuck with him ever since. And he said, so whereabouts in Birmingham are you from? I said I was born and raised in West Brom. And he's like, so why don't you support Albion? I said, oh, I do. They're my second team I follow. Like, I keep an eye on them. I hope they do well. And he's like, okay, have you ever played football? I said, yeah, I played football like on weekends in school, right? And I played it like with a few friends, but nothing professional or competitive.
Yeah.
And this guy's like, well, I played in Sunday leagues and like certain leagues and stuff, and I've got a coaching badge. And I was like, okay, cool. Where are you going with this?
Yeah.
And he said, so I don't think that you would understand football to the same level I do.
Okay.
And
you
I
can
said-
still agree with that.
And I said, okay, cool, that's great, but does that mean therefore that I can't have an opinion on football because I haven't played it? Because if so, going by that logic, only those that have played the sport to an elite level can enjoy the sport to that level. That's not entirely fair, is it? And I said, and by that factor of thinking, I can't have an opinion on anything in the world because I'm not well versed in it. So I said, so that's a bit much, isn't it? And he's like, no. Like when you play it and you've been involved in it, you understand the physicality of it and how hard it is. I said, yeah, of course, I understand that, but where are you going with this conversation, right? So he was yapping on, and I said, okay, hang on, let me ask you a question. Who do you support? He said, I support Villa, and I was like, oh, okay, so you must hate Blues then. And he said, Blues? I said, Birmingham City. You must hate Birmingham City. He's like, I didn't mention Birmingham City. I don't know who they are. I'm not.
I don't know who they are.
No, like I didn't mention them. I'm not upset about them or anything. I didn't say them in a bad way. You brought them up. I said, oh, I'm sorry. You must be one of the exception then that actually don't have a problem with them. That's fair. I just made an assumption with the same logic that you applied to me, of being a Man United fan. Right? He said, no, I didn't assume you were a Man United fan because you didn't like Liverpool. I said, what do you base it on? He said, because you're Asian. And I was like, okay, I'm done with this conversation. I was like, this is just going nowhere, innit? I just said, you know what, have a good evening. So I turn around and I'm trying to watch the football.
Yeah.
Guy brings his glass up and he says, cheers. And I'm like, you know what? I don't really want to talk to you, mate. So I'm good. So I said, no, I'm good.
You said no to a cheers?
Then he tries to shake my hand.
How do you do no to a cheers?
Huh?
How do you do no to a cheers?
Because I could tell there was
No,
something.
not why. How? How do you do it, like physically?
I just said, I'm good, mate. That's
So
it.
he puts his glass up.
Yeah, I just said, I'm good, mate. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was like, I could tell something was off about him, but I was like, this is weird. I don't like the interaction that we just had.
And now he's carrying on with it.
And I was like, now you're carrying on. I was like, you know what? I'm good. So I said, no, I'm good. Then he tried to shake my hand. I said, I'm not going to shake your hand, mate. Right? Then he screams at the top of his voice, fuck you. Fuck you. And I was like, whoa, okay.
0 to 100.
because I didn't shake your hand. Okay.
What are his other friends doing at this point?
So at this point, he's got a friend in front of him who's sitting there, right? His friend in front turns around and looks at him and says, "What's your problem?" to his mate. And his mate's trying to explain it.
To you or to
No,
him?
he said that to his drunken friend, right? So let's call this guy in front Gary, right? Let's call the drunken guy here.
Okay.
So Gary turns around and says to the drunken guy, "What's the problem? Like, you're swearing at the top of your voice."
Yeah.
That guy wasn't swearing at you. Why are you swearing at him? And he just tried to say some stuff. It didn't really make much sense. I just wasn't paying attention. I was watching the TV. Gary turns to me and says, "Is everything all right?" I said, "To be honest, mate, I don't really want to talk to him anymore. I just want to watch the football. He's a bit drunk anyway, so I thought I'd just leave it." He said, "You know what? Fair enough. He chats a lot of shit anyway." I was like, "All right, cool."
You're like, "Yes, lad.
Conversation's done."
Shake your hand.
I was like, "Conversation's done. All right, sweet." So what was bugging me and Sonny was that this chair spare was still spare, and I was like, "No one's come to sit here."
Who had you originally asked?
Huh?
Drunk
I asked
man.
him,
Drunk man.
the
Not
drunk
Gary.
guy. Yeah,
Drunk man. Yeah.
So I asked him, "Is the chair spare, etc." He said, "No, it's taken." So no one's sitting here. The game's about to start. It gets postponed because there's obviously a bit of a late one happening.
Yeah.
And an uncle comes up, a Desi uncle comes up and sits in that chair.
Right.
And I'm like,
He's not Gary's mate.
"No, he is. He knows him.
Oh.
He knows them all, right?" And I was like, "Huh?" And uncle comes up to me and Sonny says, "Good that, lads." He shakes our hand. And we're like, "How you doing?"
Coconut or not?
No, he's full Punjabi and everything.
Proper.
Like, he speaks Punjabi, he speaks in English, right?
Yeah,
and he was just saying, like, "Is everything cool?" Like, just checking how we were. He said, "I don't see you guys that often." And we're like, "We don't really come to the pub much." He's been living in the area for about 40 years. And his wife passed away a few years ago. So he was telling us about that and how he's really, like, focused on the community and he's happy in the pub because he knows all the guys there.
Right.
And they look after him. And I was like, "Mate, I'm really happy for you, genuinely. I'm glad you found your people." So I had a chat with him. He was having a good time. Everyone's having
Did you mention
a
the
good
incident?
laugh. Huh?
Did you mention the incident with him?
I can't remember if I did. I think Sonny mentioned it. Yeah, Sonny mentioned the incident to him in Punjabi. So he was saying it in perfect Punjabi because Sonny is good in Punjabi, right?
Well, what did he say about the guy? He must know the guy then.
He said, like, "Has there been a problem?" And Sonny said this, that, and the other. He said, like, he's causing a bit of an issue.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Jello, leave it. I'm here now. It's fine." So Sonny found out that Uncle lived there for 40 years. Sonny said, "Oh, Uncle, you live here for 40 years?" He's like, yeah. He said, "Well, cheers to that then," right?
You gave him a cheers.
So Sonny, me and him cheers the guy.
Loud cheers.
And this white guy turns to us and says, "Racist, you're fucking racist," to me and Sonny. And
What
I was
Uncle say?
like, whoa.
Yeah.
Just because I'd done that, right? Me and Sonny were looking at him and we're thinking, this is getting interesting,
Yeah.
right? This guy who's pissed out of his face is getting angry. Gary turns around and says, "You need to shut the fuck up. You sit down now." To his mate, he says, you sit down now. You shut the fuck up. If you keep chatting, I'm gonna knock you out and throw you out myself. Right? Shut up. I don't want to hear it. Right? And I was like, fair play.
Sorted it. Yeah.
They dealt with it themselves.
What did Uncle say?
Huh?
Uncle said.
Uncle said, "Leave it. It's fine. Don't worry about it." And I was like, "Uncle, you're being a bit compliant in this." But Jello, it is what it is.
Complicit. Uncle, sort your mates out, man.
It's a bit weird.
Yeah.
So, all right, that's all settled. The game's going on. Real Madrid scored their first goal. I got a Sonny and I'm like, "Oh shit, it's happened. It's happened."
Start cheering.
Right, it's happened. And he's staring at me. I can't see that, right? Sonny's looking at me, but he's also staring back at him, making full eye contact.
Who is Sonny is?
Yeah, he's just staring him out clean. He's like making him really uncomfortable. Fine, that happens. Later on in the night, this guy's in and out of sleep, the drunken bunda. Right, he's smashed. People around us are like looking, pointing in that direction, like, "Look, he's asleep." And a few other guys were trying to get a good angle with the TV. And they were like our age, a bit younger, and they couldn't see. So we shuffled up our chair, said, "Lads, pull up a chair, come and see. Like, no issues. If you want to put your drinks here, that's fine." So they were all happy because we managed to pull a table in. Later on as well, one of the guys came up to me there and he said, "I know you from somewhere." I was like, "Oh," I said,
Ankile.
I was like, "Yeah."
Bhangra dancer.
Was it?
Can I have your autograph?
Is it from the podcast? Maybe. he's like, "No, you went to a gym I used to go to." I said, "Oh, you mean UTC in Erdington?" He said, "Yeah, you're Bal's brother." I was like, "Yeah, I am." Right? He said, "How you doing?" Had a little bit of a chat with him, and he's a proper sound guy. It was just nice, just catching up with him for a couple minutes. So he walks off, and I reckon it's upsetting this guy that we're getting on with people in the pub and we're just having a good conversation.
This guy has a problem with everything, man.
So this guy's getting upset and agitated in the corner. Later on, the uncle next to us overhears him talk about me and Sonny. He says, "Oh, those two packies over there."
Whoa, wait,
yeah, he said that, right? And then
the drunk guy
Uncle heard
says
it.
Drunk guy says this.
Yeah, Uncle
Loud.
Uncle heard it.
Did you hear it?
I heard Packies, but I was like, I don't know if I heard that correctly because I'm hard of hearing and I'm watching the game.
And you don't know if the reference is you.
So Uncle heard that and he tapped Gary and said, "Did you hear that?" He said, "What?" He said, "He just called him 2 Packies." Gary gave him the dirtiest look and he's like, "I'll deal with you tomorrow."
To the guy.
Right? He had that look in his eyes. He'd say, "I'll deal with you tomorrow." Turned around, just watched the game. And I said, "Uncle, did he say that?" He said, "Yeah." And me and Sonny were about to lose it. We were about to go completely mad. Because I was like, "Who the fuck are you to call us that?" Basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
All of this because I wouldn't conversate with you. So just because I won't conversate with you, you think you can call me that? All right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So clearly, I knew within me there was something wrong with him, like with the way he was acting and the way he was talking to us. So I was like, "Wow, okay." The drunk guy goes off to the toilet. Me and Sonny are sitting there, and Gary turns around to us and says, "You know what? I want to apologize." I said, "What are you apologizing for?" He said, "I want to apologize on behalf of him." I said, "You don't have to do that." He said, "He's not normally like this." I said, I reckon he probably is, but you lot don't realize.
Yeah.
And he said, maybe he is. I said, "You don't have to do anything. It's fine. Like, thank you for sticking up for us. We appreciate that. And good for calling him out on that behavior. But the way he acted wasn't right. And that's not cool." And he said, "I'll have a word with him in the morning." I said, "You don't need to do that." And Sonny said, "You know what? I think you should." And Sonny said, "I've got kids. They've been here for a couple of years. I don't want them to be brought up in this world where this has happened." And he said to Gary, "You've got like kids, I'm sure. Like you've got grandkids, children, nieces, nephews. Do you want them to be brought up in a world like this?" He said, "No." He said, "Well, there you go. It's probably in your best interest to talk to him in the morning and see how it goes." So this guy's drunk. He leaves. He walks out later on at the end of the game.
The drunk
we
guy.
said to Uncle, "Uncle, just be careful with the people you hang out here because they might say nice things to you, but that guy next to you, you didn't know that he was like that, and he showed it tonight."
And he knew him as well.
Yeah, and I was like, just be aware of that, innit? So me and Sonny left, and we were like, that was an eventful evening. I've never seen that.
More
and I was
eventful
like,
than the football, yeah.
Racism's still there, man. Clean. I've never had it overtly said to me like that before. And you know when you meet someone, you can just feel the vibe come off them. I was like, okay. When he said it's because you're Asian, I was like, you know what, mate? This conversation may go badly, so I'm just gonna leave it.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, for me, it's still benefit of doubt because I know a lot of Asian people do support Man United. That is just
I know they do, and that's
a fact.
fine. But
Yeah.
it was the way the conversation had gone, where
Before
he was
that,
trying to
yeah.
downplay me liking football,
Yeah,
or what I
yeah.
liked, and I was
that bit
it
was
just
just
seems
weird.
like you have a problem with me.
Yeah, for no reason.
But yeah.
yeah.
But in fairness to everybody there and that guy's mate, they at least called him out for it and they stopped it.
Yeah.
And I was like, respect, man. You didn't have to do that at all. So it's good to see that there's some hope out there for all this stuff. But yeah, man, racism's still alive and kicking.
There you go. Look, Indy is a shit magnet. Do not hang around with him. These things will happen to you.
This is what happens to you, man. You get target of racial abuse, all that stuff, man. It's wild.
You're okay?
I'm fine, man.
Well,
I was
that's
just like, man, when he said when he called me and Sonny a Packy, I was close to losing it. Like within seconds, I was like, yo, this could go down. And Sonny's from Preston, so he's dealt with a lot of racism growing up.
Okay.
So for him, he's dealt with thousands of these interactions. So he knew how to antagonize him, but also
staring at him.
Yeah, and also to do the cheers and stuff. He knew how to grind his gears. So he's like, I've seen this before, and he's a psychologist, so he knows all these things.
Oh, that's Sonny.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one we want to get on our podcast.
Yeah, the one that won't come on.
Yeah. Story man. Stories you can't tell us.
Yeah. He won't come on.
Oh, he's like the perfect person, man. He's like the Riddler.
Yeah, he is the perfect person, man. But man, as soon as we left, I was like, what a result. Liverpool lost, but also we managed to have a racist show his true colours, and his mates are gonna have a word with him tomorrow and see what happens. So yeah, that was an eventful evening, and I was like at my local, mad. At my local.
To think it can happen close to home, and it's somewhere you've grown up, where you should feel safe. Yeah.
I did feel for the uncle though, because I was like, you don't want to rock the boat of your community you've built here. You don't want to make things worse. You just want to keep things level, innit?
Calm.
Yeah. So, nice little juxtaposition for you, if that's the word for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Interesting segment.
That was it. There you go.
You had a real story.
If only you were there with me, and then you could say, I've officially been a victim of racism now in the country, when you said I've never been racially abused before. That would have happened to you because you were with me. Yeah. So you would have been lumped in with me.
Or you would have been with me and it wouldn't have happened.
You never know, mate. You never know.
Like I said, it's always different. Like, because obviously we get drunk people going to hospital, but when someone's in need, their perception often changes
Yeah, maybe.
very quickly.
Maybe.
Whereas if you saw me outside of hospital and didn't know I was a doctor,
The respect factor goes, isn't it? It's just
sometimes.
gone.
Yeah, sometimes. I think if people feel like they've gotten in and they feel like you're under your skin,
Yeah.
then they'll keep going.
Yeah.
Whereas some people, it's very easy just to ask them a few questions and they're like, what? And then you get confused about where to take the conversation.
Yeah.
You just confuse them with questions. It's the whole thing, psychology behind bullying as you get older.
Mm-hmm.
When someone does that, it's like, well, how do you respond to it? You just ask them good quality questions. You become a coach to them.
Yeah, yeah.
And you just mess with their head.
Pretty much.
And then you go and think about that, okay?
You could pull it out of him. You can pull that. I
Yeah.
pulled the racist thing out of him. I could feel it in him. When I met him, I was like, I can tell there's something off about you. Not because you were drunk, but just because of the way you were acting.
You got to remember, yeah, because what the alcohol is doing, it's not the alcohol.
It's loosening your inhibitions.
Exactly. It's all there. It's just it brings
You
it
just
to
gotta get it
it
out.
brings it to the surface. Yeah. Whereas
I didn't have to try too hard
before,
either.
if he's not drunk, he just suppresses it well.
There we go.
Might
Man.
not be there. Might not say anything to you. So
Never know.
no,
But yeah, man, this has been a good episode.
it has
Really
been
enjoyed
a very good episode. I'm very hungry.
I want
now.
to do this more in person, but we'll see how our schedules align.
You can speak to Sanj and tell
And
you
the
going
wives
to
want to
move
be
back.
a part of it as well.
Tell you going to
We'll
move
see.
back to Warsaw and all can be arranged. I mean,
Yeah, and the day picks.
Sanj,
fine,
the
mate.
novelty of London wears off. So
Yeah, sure. Hasn't worn off for her, mate. She's lived there all her life.
yeah, I think she's institutionalized. You know, like in Shawshank Redemption. She's one of those. Isn't it? She just needs to get out a bit more.
This guy, man. This
Okay,
guy.
look, the tube is overrated. Here, you can walk everywhere. You don't need the tube. It's not that far.
I'll give you an e-scooter, bro.
Yeah, and you can. Sanj, you can drive when you come here. Sanj and driving. I think that should be the podcast. It should be a live podcast of Sanj driving, and we'll interview her while she's driving.
That would be
Horrible. Epic.
Yeah,
And Shindy would be the driving
I don't
instructor.
fancy paying.
Shindy has this.
I don't want to pay a premium on my insurance. So let's not do
Shindy
that.
has a skill as a driving
By the
instructor.
way,
Everyone
we have
else
1
loses
minute
their
until the
shit.
camera cuts out.
That's fine. We're done anyway. Yeah,
That's fine. We're done.
good man.
All right. Drop us a comment. Let us know your thoughts, and we'll see you soon. Thank you for making it this far. Check it out on YouTube if you can as well, because this is always a good episode on there.
Yeah.
And we'll do this again.
Peace.
Cheers.